Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my new video. So I thought I'd do something different. I did a speed build for this house, so I'm going to take you along and do a voiceover. Enjoy!
What I usually start doing when I start building is I will make sure that I have all the debug items available. So I type in cheats bb.show hidden objects and bb.show live edit objects. And then I will turn move objects on by using bb.move objects. For this build I'm looking in the debug menu because I'm looking for wheels. And a couple of poles to connect them. I had the idea to build a trailer for this sim, and to accomplish that I first built a small room on the first floor, and on the second floor I will start building the actual trailer. Now I remove the first floor, and by doing that I'm able to move around the second floor up and down as much as I like. So I will make it so high that it looks like the wheels are attached to the building. Playing around with it a little bit. Because the wheels on the building are on two different floors, is fiddling around a bit to see what the correct height and distance from the wheels to the building is. I'm moving up the poles that I had using the 9 key, so they look like they are attached to each other. Doing the second one. And now it starts to look like a trailer. Adding some lining. Stairs, of course. Very colorful door. I really like the movie Hangout stuff back. Color on the walls. I really wanted it to be bold, so I started off using red and didn't really like the vibe of those wallpapers, so I changed it. Then I added the roof, making it round. It's really starting to come along. I decided to pick a different color wallpaper for the top. Really liked yellow. Then I added some poles. So I started adding supporting beams all around, and then I found out that on the top part of the trailer I wasn't able to do so. So to fix that I built a fence. I added a beam and then I removed the fence again. And with it, of course, the top part of the fence as well, because that's where the horse is supposed to pull the trailer. Because that's the idea of this trailer, that it's being pulled by a horse. In real life I wouldn't let one horse pull this. I think it would be way too heavy, but it's a sim, so it's fine. So I added these cottage living windows. Really liked those colorful windows. I had a general idea of what they were supposed to be, but I knew that I would have to fiddle with them later to get them to fit the interior design. Adding in the bathroom. Door for that as well. Now starting off with interior design. Using some lamps. I usually start with lighting first because I can't start in a dark building. Got the wallpaper. Decided which one I wanted for the kitchen. Changed my mind. Flooring. Different flooring. I started off decorating the bathroom. Selected the sink. I like the peacock one. I sized it down by using the left block bracket. I picked the matching toilets. University shower. Added some lighting. think you might get electrocuted in real life, but it's The Sims. More lighting. And then I wanted a curtain in front of the shower. That took a bit of fiddling. So first added a supporting beam because I liked it more and because it became easier to hang the curtain then. I'm using the Alt key to move around the object freely. Pick the mirror, the werewolf one, add a toilet paper, and a towel, of course. Time to select a rug, and a little painting, and I think then the bathroom is basically done. Cute little bathroom for this trader. I think it has everything you need. Started putting some plants outside. I really like these lanterns and I moved them around to see how they would fit, and I decided that it was fine to have one lantern hanging in the bathroom. So this is how I did it. Added more plants. I picked out a doormat and I sized the rug down once using the left block bracket. Size that one down as well. Picked out a face and I moved it up using the 9 key. I'm adding some creepy stuff on the wardrobe. I think that totally suits Esmeralda's vibe. I decided to pick a bunk bed as a bed to save up some space, and I really wanted to make it cozy under there, so I selected a couch. I added some curtains as well. Really was struggling with the placement of them, they just did not want to cooperate with me. So here I place a table and then I'm going to put stuff on the table, but to be able to do that freely I will move the table out of the way first. Then I will place the items using Alt. I will place them where I want them to be, and then I will place back the table so I know they are at the exact height I want them to be. I'm using Alt again to move the object around freely, and I use the keyboard to turn it around. Sometimes when I'm building, my mind is all over the place and I realize that I forgot to place the smoke alarm, so I place that. I really like that bowling back side table. It fits everywhere and I use it in almost every build. So now I wanted to build a tent because I thought the sim that lived there was a fortune teller, and although you cannot do fortune telling in The Sims 4, I thought it was a fun little story and decided to just create it. I first created the structure of the tent using the room tool, then I added poles and I removed the walls. Now I add some flooring in it, looks a bit worn. I'm going to build a roof. I was struggling a lot with the color of the roof. Couldn't really find anything that looked like a tent, so I decided to put the most smooth one. I'm adding spandrels for support. Now it's time to actually let it look like a tent, so I'm adding curtains and I had a bit of fun with that. I decided I wanted the seance table in here with the crystal ball and stuff, and added lots of other furniture, mostly from the paranormal pack, and some from Realm of Magic as well. So I started decorating. I really wanted Guidry to be in here, so I placed his painting as well. Added some debug stuff. I found this cool lighting from Realm of Magic, and I thought it fit really well. Then I found this cool Realm of Magic cabinet, and I decided to replace my current cabinet with that one, so I placed the creepy lighting in there as well, and all the stuff I had in it. Found another cabinet that I really wanted to be in there, so I moved around some furniture to be able to make it fit. So I found these scales. I always want to size them down a bit because I always find them a bit big, so I moved them up using the 9 key and I make them one tick smaller using the left block key. Starting to look really cozy in there. Here I'm doing alt placement of items on the little table we have there. I will drag the table away, I will place the item on the table, and then I will pick up the item. You press the alt key and move the item back to where I want it to be, and then I move back the table. Please be aware that if you do this, move objects needs to be on. Building a fence for the horse. Adding a little shelter as well, I decided to make it yellow. I made it a little bit bigger to be able to fit the trough and the hay in it as well. Now I'm removing the wall because I didn't want it to be completely closed off. Adding a pole and some supporting beams. I'm adding the trough and the hay in there. Then I noticed that the pipes of the trough were quite visible, so I placed a wall and I made it into a half wall, messing up the poles entirely, so I had to fix that as well. Scattering a bit of straw everywhere because stables are not this clean. I decided to slightly elevate the terrain in a couple of places to make it look a little bit more natural and lived in. So I thought a bit about where the trailer would be pulled and where it would ride usually, and did some terrain painting according to that to make it look like the trailer has been moved around in the past, and I made it a bit darker under the trailer as well, because if the trailer has been there for a while then there won't grow any grass, I think. Adding some terrain paint to the entrance of the pasture because the horse of course damages the grass as well. So I start with placing some plants, but I really don't like how they look in autumn, so I think at some point I switched back to build mode without a sim to be able to see how the plants would look in full bloom. Although, to be fair, the color of the trees looks really pretty in autumn. Here I've switched back into build mode without a sim to be able to see how it looks in summer. I placed a cauldron and apparently I forgot to record a bit there, but you can see what I did, so it's fine. Probably not that fun to watch me landscape that much anyway. So I'm sizing down those debug rocks to make them usable using the left block bracket key. Placed a mailbox and a trash can as well, because I tend to forget sometimes. extended the roof a little bit because I didn't like the idea of the trash becoming wet, although it's The Sims and that doesn't happen. I'm adding some final things, the clothes line and other things to do the laundry with. I think a selling table as well. I found that and I thought it was really her vibe, so I added that. Voodoo doll, of course, because everybody needs a voodoo doll, right? I have one for sure. Made it myself.
I'm going to show you a family I created. This is Esmeralda Arwood. She's a spellcaster, as he's just showing you. She's a freelance botanist, she's a good sim, she's outdoorsy, and she's erratic. Let me show you her outfits. I had a bit of fun with that. So she has a couple. Really witchy vibe. I had some fun with the piercings as well. The skulls. This is a formal wear. For active wear. Sleepwear. Nice scar over there. Party wear. There's a couple of those as well. Had some fun with a mask. This one. Swimwear. Hot weather outfit. Cold weather outfits. This one I love so much. I would really like a pair of pants like this one. Totally my vibe. So Esmeralda has a horse called Kelpie. A Kelpie is a mythological creature that can present as a horse, and it's kind of evil. And although Kelpie is not evil, I really like the mystical name for him. So Kelpie is a GallerID cop. I actually wanted to make him an Irish cop, but I couldn't find that breed in the list, so he's a GallerID cop. But he does look the way I wanted him to look. He's intelligent, he's mellow, and he's friendly. This is what he looks like tacked up. So let me show you their house. They live at 23 Eucalyptus Lane in San Sequoia. It's a bit dark out now, so let's open build mode. So this is their house. And the idea is that Kelpie can pull this trailer around so they can travel around. I think in real life it would be a bit too heavy for just him, but it's a sim, so horses can't pull trailers anyways. So here we have a nice area for Kelpie to sleep. Some food, some water, ball to play with. Here we have a porch area for Esmeralda to sit on and rock in her chair and to sit on when she is driving Kelpie around. Let's start with the garden. So here you enter. Then we have a nice area for her to warm herself and roast sausages, and she's making some stuff on the barbecue right now. Kelpie's watching her. She has some plants out. I think this is an apple tree that will grow. Kelpie left a present for her. And of course she brewed mac and cheese in her cauldron, because what else would you brew in your cauldron? On the porch we have a guitar, if she wants to play a tune. And then we can go into the trailer. So a nice area, laundry, bookshelf. And we go through there. We have a wardrobe. Nice sitting area where she can eat her food. Little kitchen. Everything you want. Lots of clutter. Bed for her to sleep in, and a nice couch. Some blankets because we like the cozy vibe. I think through here we come back to that porch area again. Then we have outside a nice selling table to sell some stuff, place to wash your clothes. And here I would like to think that she does hand readings or crystal ball readings, something like that, and seances for people walking around. This board is just announcing that, and in here we have a little tent. I was struggling a lot with the roofing of this one. It kind of looks like a tent, but I would have wanted it to look a bit better, but this is all I got. So let's look inside. Here we have a seance table. There's nice lanterns hanging around. Guidry guarding the place. Cupboards with all kinds of stuff in it. I found these light thingies in debug in the Realm of Magic pack, I think. I really like them. Creepy doll from Paranormal Stuff. Voodoo doll, because why not? And some cow plant skull stuff as well. Some herbs drying. So this is where they live. So I think this build totally fits the autumn vibe that's happening right now. Fortunately we don't have clear skies, but that's not always the case in autumn, so that's totally fine. I hope you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and see you the next time.